So I have two fodder bins. Welcome back to Action Figure Obsession. I have two fodder bins like this. They are identical. Kind of like, I don't know, fishing tackle boxes or screw boxes or whatever. I got them at Home Depot or Lowe's. I can't remember which. But I have two of them that are full of nothing but heads. I have two of them that are mostly, 1/12 scale toy weaponry. Those are a slightly different design, but very similar idea. And I'm just going to take you on a tour. Oh, somebody lost their missile, one of my flight pods. I wasn't being careful. Okay. So I thought I would just take you through one of my bins here to show you kind of how I see the last video is uploading even as we speak. I'm doing this one on my other phone, which is why the focus probably isn't that great, but I try to keep things organized in the bin, in all the bins. This one is a bin full of heads and some hands. And so this first compartment here, oh, maybe it's better if I do put them back there. Maybe we'll get better focus. There we go. So here are two Tony Stark heads, one from the, it was one of the Wakanda Black Panther waves. The one on the left is the unmasked, unhelmeted Tony Stark head from that Invincible Iron Man figure, which was from around Marvel Now era, I think. This is the alternate Alex Ross head from the 80 Years Iron Man figure from 2019. The one where he had a nose, because Iron Man had a nose for a while in the 1970s. Because Stan Lee just happened to say, how come his faceplate is so flat? Why doesn't he have a nose? And some artists took that a little too literally and actually started putting a nose on his face. So I think Alex Ross was paying tribute to that when he used that design, I think, in Marvels, the great Marvels comic book. Oh, that's weird how the yellow is washing right out on that Iron Man. It's a more vivid yellow than it looks on camera right now. Here's one more Tony Stark head in here, and you'll see why I missed it, because it's blue and see-through. That is the translucent and somewhat Robert Downey Jr. looking, for my money, Tony Stark head from the AI Iron Man, which is, oh, he's right over here. So yeah, the idea, Iron Man, Tony Stark was dead at the time in the comics, and he left behind an AI version of himself with this suit of armor, and the blue on the unibeam emitter is what gives that away. And was he blue in the eyes too? I can't. Difficult to see from this angle. But anyway, this head, when placed on this body, represents the times when he was helping out. Riri Williams, Ironheart. When he was teaching her to be a superhero. It was this Iron Man with that AI head poking out. And that, so I try to keep, and then I'm not going to dig out all the hands, but there's a lot of different Iron Man hands in here. Sometimes, let's see here. See, sometimes Hasbro goes the extra mile and paints the folks at the factory to actually paint the repulsor ray ports on his gloves, and then sometimes they just cheap out, and it's just a hole, just a stinking dirty hole. There it is. There it is. There it is. Have I told you about my explorations of Uranus? I'm very interested in the planets. So that first little compartment in this head bin one of two. And this is, actually, this is the one I consider number 2. The other one is more the primary one. But anyway, yeah, that's the Tony Stark / Iron Man bin. Over here, Thor, his head takes up so much space because of the feathers on his helmet that he gets 2 slots. And there's a couple of fists in there, both left fists, so I'm not really sure. I'm a little confused about which ones go with which of my Thors. I did a bunch of Thor videos the other day, or at least 1 or 2, I think. And there's the Eric Masterson bearded Thor head. I believe his face was scarred at the time. If I got another 80 years type body, I probably would use that, because I do kind of dig the helmet design and the mask on there. It is kind of neat. And I like the Walt Simonson look of the the beard there. That looks a lot like Walt Simonson's Thor artwork. So I do hang on to those, and I keep them in those compartments because they fit perfectly, and it keeps the wings from getting warped or bent. In here is sort of the purple part of town. This is the hood from the MCU Green Goblin from the No Way Home movie. I don't use the Norman Osborn head on that. I have the Green Goblin head on it on a display in my Spider-Man display, so I don't need the hood, so that's why it's sitting in there. And what else is in this? Well, see now here, and this is why I'm organizing my fodder bins. This doesn't even belong in here. This is a helmet from Scrap Iron from G.I. Joe Classified. I customized 2 different characters on my Scrap Iron bodies. I bought 3 Scrap Irons. 2 of them were on clearance. And so he comes with a really cool helmet, right? And it's a nice helmet, and it's got the Cobra logo on it there. I don't know, this camera's probably not going to zoom in on it too well. I feel like, I've had this camera for 10 years, and okay, that's a little bit. You can kind of see that it's the Cobra logo, right? So that's in this compartment. And then the rest of it is Thanos parts. I think this is the Walmart exclusive repaint and re-release of the original Thanos Build-A-Figure that Hasbro did around 2014, 2015, somewhere in there. They re-released it as a Walmart exclusive around 2016 or early 2017, and here's his Infinity Gauntlet hand and an alternate fist, left hand, and that's this is the grinning head. I think I have the other more stoic head on that figure. I have 4 different Thanos figures in my collection. 2 of them are that Walmart exclusive, one with each of the heads, and then I have the Marvel Select one, which is really nice and kind of looks like Josh Brolin's Thanos from the MCU movies. And what's the other one? Oh, the other one is that deluxe one that they did for the Infinity Gauntlet Deluxe Thanos, which everybody was all excited about. It's okay. I kind of prefer the Walmart exclusive one, honestly, even though the articulation isn't as good as the new deluxe one, or newer deluxe one. These parts are all, actually these 2 compartments, they did a female shield agent body a few years ago, and this is another one that ended up at Ollie's, and I bought quite a few of them. It came with 2 different heads for 2 different looks. And let's see, these are all... This is Quake, who you may remember if you watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the TV show. Quake was Skye. She was the character Skye, and she had the power to basically create earthquakes with her superpowers. So, anyway, like I say, I bought a whole bunch of these because I wanted to build some female S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and for every 2 of these, that represents 1 action figure purchase. And the alternate look for they called it Quake, the action figure. The alternate head for Quake was Maria Hill, Nick Fury's second in command at S.H.I.E.L.D. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of Maria Hill, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of Quake. And what that tells us is that I bought 6 of these figures. I left one of them as Quake, the head you see on the right. Apparently I didn't use any of them as Maria Hill, or maybe I have... I'm not sure. I think I have a Maria Hill in my display. I definitely have a Quake in my display. And Maria Hill, the Maria Hill look, if you customize with the... Not customize, but, it comes with enough parts that you can make Maria Hill or Quake out of the figure, or if you have multiples, you can do both. It comes with white-gloved hands for Maria Hill, because she is just a regular, normal, average human. And then Quake, is Quake an Inhuman? I think she was on the show. I'm not sure if that is true in the comics or not, but she comes, for each of her hands, there is a gauntlet piece that slips over the forearm, and then also her hand, and these hands are I guess supposed to protect her as she, maybe it's a covering for her hands. They're not robot hands, although I have used them for that in some of my kit bashing. But she has these hands, or these gloves, I guess, over her hands because she projects her power to cause earthquakes through her hands. So as you'll see, I did buy quite a lot of this character because they're all, you know, it's just a female shield agent head. If you leave the, oh, there's another head in there. That explains the discrepancy. Although, no, it's Quake. I thought that would be another Maria Hill. Now I'm really confused. I got to look through my shield display. I have a lot of figures in my shield display, and a lot of female shield agents. Like I put a Carol Danvers head on one. And who else? I think Agent Carter, Agent 13, Sharon Carter. Okay, I forgot that the heads go over here. Sorry. Alright, yeah. And normally I don't like to put multiple heads in the same container or compartment, but of course, you know, there's so many with this, it's impossible. But luckily the skin tones are pretty much the same and the hair color is similar, so even if there's a little paint rub, it's probably not going to hurt anything, and if it does, I have extras, so not a big deal. Now we'll go back down over here. This, there's not really a theme in this compartment. This is the Void head from the Walgreens exclusive Sentry. I'm not a big Sentry fan, and I am not a big fan of this look for the Sentry, but I figure, you know, this is one of those things that I just keep around because at some point I may think of something to do with it. Whether it's a kind of a Ghost Rider thing or just a scary Halloween-type character, I don't know, but the other one is the S.H.I.E.L.D. helmet from the Nick Fury Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. figure that came out... I don't know, 2014, 2015. And then, if you're a professional wrestling fan at all, you may also recognize Danhausen. Very nice, very evil, very nice. All right. That's an extra Danhausen head. I do have a Danhausen figure in my displays, and he came with 2 heads, so one of them is in the bin. Now we move to this compartment. We have the Ultimate Riders. Oh, I mentioned him in a video, I think, last week, that there was an alternate head for him where he's all beat up and has bandages and band-aids and stitches, and that's this head right here. Wish I'd used the other camera, then you'd be able to see it better, but yeah, that's that head. We have the MCU Paul Rudd head. This is the non-smirking version, and I like this sculpt a lot. I think I would be using this as some sort of civilian, except that the peg hole is extraordinarily small, and it doesn't really fit on anything, and I don't own a Dremel to fix that. Here's another head we'll probably be seeing more of, which is the Screaming the Hood head. I bought a lot of hoods, so undoubtedly there's probably another one or two in here. This is the really terrible reused Hawkeye head that they put with... I think this came with the Walgreens exclusive first appearance yellow and brown Daredevil. There's a Jimmy Woo head because I bought a lot of Jimmy Woos. There's a Jimmy Woo head because I just told you I bought a lot of Jimmy Woos. Here is a MCU Matt Murdock head because I buy the heck out of those figures. Everybody in a gray suit that you see here was once an MCU Matt Murdock, and that is why there are lots of this head in here. Personally, I think he looks more like John Oliver than Matt Murdock or Charlie Cox, but, you know, you do you. And here we have a Everett Ross head, as you can imagine, at $5 each. There's a few of those in my collection. Okay, so... and there's a... Oh, this is a cute accessory, I'll show you. Jimmy Woo has a scene, there's a scene, I think, in Vision and Scarlet Witch, or what is that show? WandaVision, where Jimmy Woo introduces himself and he hands, I think, the Scarlet Witch's business card. So there's a hand, and this is molded this way, and then the business card is painted. You can't remove the card, but it's just see, that's the kind of fun accessory. They need to do more stuff like that, because it doesn't cost them much, and it's a lot of fun. All right, so moving to the next compartment, who's in here? I have an extra Dum Dum Dugan from the Shield 3-pack because I bought 2 of those 3-packs, and if I could have afforded it and if I could have found them, I would have probably bought 10 of them because I love Shield agents. Here is the Commander Rogers head. I have lots of that because those were cheap at Ollie's, and he came with the shoulder harnesses that I like for my Captain Americas. There's another MCU Matt Murdock. There's the Captain. I love the Captain, but I love him better with this head, where he looks a little formidable and a little pissed off. But he also comes with this goofy alternate head where he looks a little drunk. So I have a few of those laying around. Here's the Punisher war paint head from the 80 Years Punisher figure. And this is a kit-bashed or customized beat-up Gamerverse Captain America from, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. I think this is supposed to be Saul Goodman from Better Call Saul. I think that's what the look they were going for, like he'd been in a fight. Maybe it's just Captain America who was in a fight. I don't know. Somebody threw this in as an extra in a trade that I did. Look at the bloody nose. He's got a little scab on his chin and this big gash in his cheek, and forehead's all messed up. They did a real nice job on this. I don't use it regularly, but sometimes I'll throw it in photography. Another Matt Murdock head, and you guessed it, another Matt Murdock head. So we'll put those guys back in that compartment, and then this next compartment is really going to make you laugh. That one goes there. All right. This is from the next compartment. This is the Commander Rogers head. And then we have, what's this? Oh, a Matt Murdock head. And I wonder what this is. Is it a Matt Murdock head? Yes, it is. And, Matt Murdock. He is a very good lawyer. And finally, Matt Murdock. So, that's what's in there. Now, the next compartment is organized the way that it is, strictly because of that paint rub issue that I mentioned earlier. It's African American, people of color compartment. So there we have the Samuel L. Jackson. I have a different Samuel L. Jackson head on the body that came with, which was from the Captain Marvel movie. I put the, actually it's one of these, the older, wiser Samuel L. Jackson with the eye patch from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I like that head on that body better. This is the alternate head from the Prowler. I have his masked head on him in my display. Here's the hat that Nick Fury wears, wore in the Secret Invasion miniseries. So gave him his hat. Who else is in here? There's some Black Panther hands in here. There is a Roadblock head because I kit bashed one of my G.I. Joe classified Roadblocks. We have a Blade head. This is the alternate head from the Netflix wave 2014-2015. I like the other head better, but this is definitely a good Blade head. If I have a body that would look good on that, I would definitely use it. Here's the Nick Fury Jr. head from the Shield 3-pack. And then rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. That is one of the MCU Black Panther T'Challa heads. And I want to say Okoye, I think. But I could never keep the ladies straight. And then, of course, like I said, some Black Panther hands, because there are some Black Panther characters in there, so that just makes sense to me. But again, they are segregated, pardon the term, only to make sure that if there is any paint rub, it's going to do minimal damage. Same with this one. These are all pasty white guys. I bought a lot of eggheads because I have a whole faction of mad scientists on the egghead body over there. I really apologize about the focus on this. And I'm telling it to focus, and it's not doing shit. There we go. So yeah, there's all my scientists. And Egghead is on a great scientist body. You'd think, well, is an Egghead kind of fat? And, you know, he obviously is with his, double, triple chin here. But when you put a Tony Stark head or anybody else on that body with the scientist jacket, the lab coat, it looks legit. So I bought a whole bunch of Eggheads again when they were $10 at Ollie's. There's another Captain. There is the Beyonder. I don't think I have a Beyond. These are my two Beyonder figures. One is Elvis and one is Steve Rogers. Because I just, don't really give a shit about the Beyonder. I'm going to be honest with you. This is a really good head. It's Moira McTaggart from the Marvel Legends House of X X-Men wave. I have had her as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent in the white S.H.I.E.L.D. uniform because I think it looks kind of fun and kicky with her little hat and everything. It's a beautiful head sculpt. It's just that the Moira McTaggart body was not particularly good. Here is Agent 13, Sharon Carter. This is one of her 2 heads that came in the S.H.I.E.L.D. 3-pack. And then we have 1, 2, 3 eggs for breakfast. It's a 3-egg head omelet. So altogether, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 egg heads in this compartment. And I do actually like Jack Kirby's egghead design enough that I do have one egghead body with an actual egghead head on it. So he's sort of the leader of the mad scientists. I should probably wrap this up soon. We're over the 20-minute mark. This compartment's real simple. It's just 3 alternate Taskmaster heads from the Udon Taskmaster. I'm not sure how I ended up with 3 of them because I only have 2 Udon Taskmasters in my collection, but I probably traded them all away. Oh, this one is real easy too. This is just guys in black helmets. It is mostly the alternate helmeted heads from the MCU Red Skull / Hydra agent figure, which is super short, not all that great a figure. And it's a bunch of those, I think 6 of those helmets in the different configurations. And then there's also, you see there with the red antenna, that's a future Ant-Man helmet, and I can't get him out of there, so I'm not going to worry about it. We're winding this down here. Here's Danny Moonstar. I went through a period where I was buying a whole bunch of those. That was a Walgreens exclusive. And one of the alternate heads that came with her was Karma, co-created by Chris Claremont and Frank Miller. And I always liked Karma, and I have 2 Karma heads here. And I've held on to those because I would love to find a good body for these and have a Karma in my display, but unfortunately the Danny Moonstar body was not, it's just a simple New Mutants uniform, and it's not great. This is Legion, Professor Xavier's son. Keep your kid and play jokes to yourself, but I have 2 of those because I have 2 Legion figures. Those are the ones in the blue jumpsuits there. I use them as my sort of generic mental patient bodies. 3 more to go. In this compartment, we have a retro Peter Parker with the glasses removed, and you can see right there on the side of his head where the stems went. You see that little line there? Maybe it's more obvious on the other side. Actually, maybe I filled that in with a marker because it doesn't look that bad. But this is the head that you were never even supposed to see those eyes. They did paint them, but the glasses were glued on. We have a Punisher from... I think this was the retro Punisher that came out in 2017 with the red headband. There are 3 different color headbands. The gray one came with the 80 Years Punisher, which is on one of my figures over in my military Jeep display area. This is the white one, which I think was with the Walgreens exclusive Punisher. And then we have the Stepford Cuckoo's alternate heads. There's this one. And the only name of the 5 girls that I know is Esme. I don't know any of the rest of them. Oh, that's actually the movie Baroness from G.I. Joe Classified. I don't know how she ended up in here. And then we have another... Is she one of the Stepford Cuckoos, or was she a New Mutant? Oh, I'm confused. And this is definitely Rain Sinclair from the New Mutants. Much better head than they gave her on the figure that they actually released a year or 2 back. So that's that compartment. Then we have the Spider-Man compartment. And what do we have in here? We have the Ned Leeds alternate head where he's wearing the Spider-Man mask. We have the SP//DR Spider-Wave, the robot Spider-Man. I have his head. This is from the Build-A-Figure. Never built that Build-A-Figure, but I like the robot head. Here is a Spider-Sense Peter Parker. Half Spider-Man, half Peter Parker, because his Spider-Sense is going off. And here's another one of those, because I really don't have much... Oh, it's on the floor. I was going to say I don't really have much use for it, and now apparently I don't have any use for it. I got to... Oh, wait a minute, here's another one. Just more proof that when I don't like something or don't really have a use for it, I really don't have a use for it. I think this is the first release of the Tom Holland Spider-Man. In the MCU Tom Holland Spider-Man, and in Marvel Legends it's a little undersized because of course Tom Holland is a little undersized, but it's a real nice Spider-Man head. If I ever find a Spider-Man body that it's appropriate to fit on, I like that the webbing is actually sculpted and then painted. The eyes are pretty nice, kind of Ditko-esque. I do like this head, so again, that's the thing that I hang on to just in case I someday have a use for it. Of course, you know, if you've been interested in Marvel Legends any length of time,